I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much for joining me. Have you ever thought of how lack of sleep affects your immune system? I'm going to tell you exactly how, but first, let me tell you a story of how sleep deprivation really weakened my immune system and got me sick, and I end up, unfortunately, in the hospital, and I was there for a while. Okay, let's get started. Oh, in case you don't know who I am, my name is Jocelyn John. I am the author of Sleep Tight, the #1 secret to achieving your dreams. I love quality of life. I think quality of life is the best gift that we've been given. And when we're enjoying life, we can also really tap into the gifts that we have been given as well. Because if you don't have quality of life, how can you tap into the gifts that you've been given? And I think now I'm really tapping into my gift, which is empowering others to achieve their own dreams through taking care of your own health. And I focus specifically on optimizing your sleep, helping families and teams to optimize sleep so that you can achieve your dreams. All right, let's get into my story. And then after that, I will tell you exactly how scientifically lack of sleep is affecting your immune system. And at the end, I'm going to share with you a tip of the day that you can use to optimize your sleep tonight. But also know that there is more strategies and practical tips in my book that you can utilize to optimize your sleep. And if this is your first time on this channel, please subscribe and also share with others. I'm going to be bringing you very unique content around wellness and helping you optimize your sleep. Okay, let's get into my story. And today is a very interesting setup because I'm holding this board because why not? I've been given long-lasting energy to hold this board until through the video. I can do this. So we're gonna do this and it's gonna be great. I have my pen here. It's gonna be engaging and exciting. Leave me comments below about what you think about anything that I'm talking about today. All right, so it was in 2010. I had just spent 2 years in Canada after I arrived here in Vancouver on a prestigious scholarship to study here and live happily ever after in Canada. Thanks to the World University Services of Canada that gave me the scholarship to come and study and live in Canada. So those 2 years had been spent really engaging in the transition process, I would say. And my transition involved working a job, taking 4 classes, and while also supporting my family. So while in university, I was trying my best to find ways to help my family because where they were, unfortunately, they were living in a refugee camp. They weren't allowed to use their potential or their skills to earn a living. So it was such an honor and at the time a gift to our family that I came to Canada and I was able to at least do something to help them. And so part of me inheriting that responsibility when I came to Canada, knowing I was truly the only one to help my family. At the time, other people could help, but in different ways. Financially, and I had more opportunities than anybody in my family at the time. Then I thought to myself, why not hack this time factor? I was like, okay, if I can work day and night, I can achieve more. That's what I thought, you know. And when you look, anyways, so then I decided to start using energy drinks. Energy drinks, they're highly caffeinated, they're bad for your cardiovascular health, and they're also bad for your sleep too. They're bad for so many things, but I'm not gonna get into that. I'll just stick to the story. So I would go to school, go to work, study, and then I would take energy drinks to study more, but also to talk to my family in Africa because of time difference. So at the time, I felt like I had my life in order, like I was hacking life because it felt like I could just use all the time I had. But in addition to that, I was experiencing high levels of stress compared to the average 22-year-old at the time. Oh my God, now you're gonna start counting how old I am. Anyway, I think, so then I was experiencing stress because of transition, you know, being in a new country. But mainly, I was just naively happy. I was like, this is the land of opportunity. Everything is gonna work out. But the stress came more from like homesickness, like just feeling like I couldn't be with my family. I was going to the beach. I was going like everywhere, but then I didn't have my family with me. But also, my family had problems. Like I said, living in a refugee camp, so I actually was worried, like genuinely worried about my family's well-being, and that was just very, very stressful. And anyway, long story short, there are other many stories attached to this story. That's why in my book, every chapter has a story, because I think when it comes to wellness, it's the stories that are attached to our wellness that can teach us to be better every single day. What happened to you yesterday? No problem. We can learn from that and actually optimize our well-being, optimize our mental health, and all areas of life from our own experiences. So anyways, long story short, to just bring this story to an end, focusing on the topic. One time, I was just going to the international office, and I remember I was just walking down the stairs, and then all of a sudden I started coughing blood. And that's the only thing I remembered, because the next thing I remember was when I was in the hospital. All right. So now looking back, the knowledge I had at the time didn't give me an understanding of what was happening to me. But now, many degrees later, certification in sleep science, now I can fully understand what happened to me. What happens is, now we're getting into the topic, right? We have our lovely immune system, right? And our immune system is divided into two parts. We have the innate immune system and then the adaptive immune system. But the immune system is there to help us fight invaders or pathogens, or it could be pathogens, it could be virus or bacteria. So the immune system's job is to fight anything that is invading our body, that is going to make our body sick or unwell. Okay, so having a strong immune system means that the immune system is fighting for you for all those simple things. And if you say, let's dive into this so you can understand how the immune system, when it's strong, is fighting for us, and then I will tell you exactly how sleep deprivation is affecting the strength of the immune system. So the innate immune system is the one that we are born with, okay? So that is the side or the part of the immune system that will first come to rescue. Innate immune system is the first to respond when there's a problem. Examples include, we have skin, right? So skin is very protective and it helps us protect against invaders. And knowing that it's the largest organ, right? All right. And then under innate immune system, we also have natural killer cells. We also call them cancer fighting cells. So natural killer cells are really, really important. They can even kill cancer. So that's really such an important part of the innate immune system. And then another here we also have mucosa or mucous membranes. So mucous membranes align different areas of the body. We have mucous membranes in the nose, we have mucous membranes in the gut. So for example, if you're outside and you're running in a dusty, dusty village, you are running in a dusty village and a lot of dust, and the air is really stuffy. There's a lot of bad microbes, bacteria entering your respiratory system. What the mucous membranes will do, they will trap those bad microorganisms or bacteria, preventing them from entering into your entire system. All right. So these are some of the examples of the innate immune system. I won't stick too long here. My point is to impress upon you how sleep deprivation is affecting the immune system, starting with the innate immune system. So research have demonstrated that, for example, one night, just one night of sleep deprivation is going to bring the natural killer cells down by 70%. Can you imagine? So you wake up in the morning because you lost sleep last night, and now your natural killer cells, the cells that kill cancer in your innate immune system, they're down by 70%. Oh my goodness. I don't want to do that. If I can, I'm going to have my beauty sleep. Another way that the sleep deprivation is impairing the innate immune system is by bringing down the collagen. So remember how I said that skin is protective organ and it's the biggest organ we have? It has collagen, which helps in the protection process. Unfortunately, under sleep deprivation, the collagen goes down. Okay. It also increases inflammation, and inflammation is another way of saying that your immune system is kind of struggling because it's constantly activated. Ideally, if your immune system is working very well, inflammation means it's working to fight the invader, and it will create the inflammation necessary for that, and then the inflammation will turn off. But when you are sleep deprivation, this inflammation won't turn off because the immune system is struggling. So next, how for the adaptive immune system. While the innate immune system is important, adaptive immune system is also important, but it comes secondarily. It will come later. So here, under adaptive immune system, we have important things such as antibodies. And we also have other immune cells, you can say. Memory immunity, or we have other cells that will create memory. So let's explain a little bit for you. So when something is invading you, like crazy bacteria is invading you, then your body is going to create what we call antibodies. Those antibodies are proteins that will actually bind to that bad guy, that bad bacteria, and will use the rest of the immune soldiers to deal with it. All right. And in doing so, it's creating a memory, so that if the same bacteria comes or the same guy comes next time, your immune system is going to have a memory. That's exactly how vaccines work. Okay? So when you're given a vaccine, you are given a fake version of the disease so that your body can create a memory, and if that bad invader comes in the future, the body will have a memory and it will fight it off. So sleep deprivation is reducing your antibody response, which is why if you're taking a vaccine and you are sleep deprived, your vaccine is not going to work as well as someone who is well rested. All right. So I hope that this has given you a good understanding in combining with my story. So good night sleep is one of the best ways you can use to enhance and boost your immune system. Because you say you can take vitamin C, you can do exercise and other things that help with the immune system. But then, if you don't sleep, you are actually undoing all that work. Does it make sense? Let me know if you have questions below. I'm here to answer all your questions. And if I don't have an answer, I can definitely find it out for you. Now, tip of the day. Let me give you tip of the day. So, tip of the day that I want to give you is have a regular sleep schedule. Regular sleep schedule. Regular sleep schedule. This is so powerful because our sleep is in alignment with our internal clock. Okay, we have the outside clock, but the body also has its own internal clock. The internal clock makes it so that certain things are being done at a certain time. Even the hormones Even certain genes are being expressed at certain times during the day. So the internal clock is something that we have to obey. We cannot get away with it. So this is why if you sleep at the same time all the time, it's going to be much easier for your sleep cycle to begin. And I will cover more about that in another video. But how do you create a regular sleep schedule? It starts with intention and choice. You gotta choose. You have to first choose that time. What is that time? And then once you choose, then the next thing we need to think about is, when is the best time to sleep? All right? The best time to sleep is sleeping by 10 p.m. Research has shown that most benefits of sleep are happening between 10 and the rest of the night. So, and the earlier you sleep, the deeper the sleep you're gonna get, and the better the sleep you're gonna get. So we will get into that in more details in another video, but watch out for my next video on how to optimize your sleep when you work night shifts. I understand that life is, while we really want to thrive, I understand that the survival is going on. We have to survive, and sometimes we have no choice, or we always have a choice, but sometimes it feels like we have to work night shifts basically. But at the end of the day, we can choose to optimize our sleep and health, because there are many consequences, unfortunately, when we work night shifts. So at least we can be intentional and optimize our sleep and our health, so that we can actually have long-lasting energy and vitality to enjoy our success. And so then, this is the end of the video today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you find this useful and share with someone else who can benefit. And I will see you very soon in another video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in another video.